Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Mouth Dancing with your host Young. This is episode number 77. I kind of like those double numbers. What do you call those? I'm not sure what you call them. 778899. If you know what I mean. They're pretty cool, right? Yeah, I don't know why, but they're just kind of cool looking for some reason. Have you ever seen someone wear a swimsuit that keeps riding up their butt, and then they have to keep like putting their fingers underneath it and like pulling it out of their butt crack? I saw this video the other day of this woman, I'm not sure what she was doing. She was diving, I think. And she was wearing a swimsuit like that, and she kept having to pull the wedgie out of her butt. And I was like, why do they wear swimsuits like that if they have to keep doing that? Isn't that kind of uncomfortable? Why don't they just get a swimsuit that doesn't ride up their butt constantly so they don't have to keep doing that all the time? You could wear a more like full-shaped bikini bottom or something. Or maybe even one of those old school swimsuits, like they look kind of like bloomers, I think is what they're called. It looks more like you're wearing clothing, like regular clothing, but it's for swimming in. You could just get something that covers your butt better so that you don't have to constantly do that. Or maybe they like doing that. Maybe it's kind of like they want to show off their butt because they're pretty proud of their butt, and it's an excuse to like get a wedgie and then show everyone your butt. Maybe that's why they do it. I'm not really sure the reason why. Maybe it's all about style and fashion and showing off your butt, you know? Or maybe there's some like practical reason to it. Maybe those swimsuits are very aerodynamic, probably, right? I imagine. But this person wasn't like a professional like swimmer or anything. It wasn't like some sort of Olympic event. They were just wearing a regular swimsuit and just playing around. So I was like, why would you wear that kind of swimsuit? I don't know. I guess fashion doesn't always make sense though, right? But one thing that annoys me about fashion stuff is when people tell you like, why are you wearing what is it? Why are you wearing camouflage? You're not in the army. You're not going to fight in a battle, right? But all clothing is like that. Like, people wear jeans, right? But they're not cowboys. People wear basketball shoes or tennis shoes, but they're not going to play basketball or tennis. People wear baseball hats when they're not playing baseball. Pretty much all clothing is kind of comes from somewhere like that, right? And then it just became like casual wear. I know people like to wear ski jackets in the winter when they're not skiing. Or just whatever. There's a million examples like that. You don't have to wear clothing for the purpose it was made for. You could just wear it because you like it, right? And it's comfortable. So that argument just doesn't hold water. And next time anyone says something like that to you, like, yo dude, why are you wearing a fishing vest when you're not fishing? Just point that out and make them feel like an idiot, because that's what they are. I love to eat cheese and dairy in general. It's delicious, right? But I think that I'm probably lactose intolerant. I'm not sure to what degree. I know there's degrees of lactose intolerance, right? Like, some people, if they eat just a little bit of dairy, like, they'll just have terrible diarrhea and unbelievable bloating and gas. I don't have it to that degree. I think maybe if I eat a ton of dairy, I get some discomfort, right? Like maybe I get gassy or need to go to the bathroom later, but it's really not that bad. And I eat a lot of dairy because I like the taste and I don't care about ripping farts. I'll eat a whole cheese pizza and completely disregard how gassy it's going to make me. But I also get gassy from like eating a lot of vegetables too, because vegetables are pretty hard to digest. I guess that's because of the fiber in them, right? and fiber is good for you, but it's also hard to digest and can make you pretty gassy. From what I hear, vegans get very gassy because they eat a lot of plant matter. Pretty much any food you eat can make you gassy, so I don't see the problem with eating dairy as long as it doesn't like give you uncontrollable diarrhea or something, right? Because in the long run, like, a lot of foods can make you gassy. It's not really an argument against eating dairy because, you're slightly lactose intolerant. You could even pop like one of those lactate pills. I don't usually do that. I just eat the dairy straight up raw and just hope for the best, hope that I don't become ridiculously gassy and have to rip farts all day. Because, my wife doesn't really like that. I don't think she minds at this point. She's probably pretty used to it. I don't think my dog cares either. My dog doesn't really fart that often, though, for some reason. Some people's dogs fart a lot. I've been around dogs and cats that were really stinky and farted a lot. But my dog doesn't really get that gassy. I don't know why. I've only heard him fart like maybe once or twice. One time was after I brought him home from the vet, and I think he had been very anxious there and holding in some farts, and when I took him for a walk after that, he ripped a huge fart. And my wife also videotaped him farting once, and it was pretty funny. But generally he doesn't fart that much, which I'm thankful for. And when he does fart, it doesn't really smell. I wonder why that is. I think some people must feed their dogs and cats weird stuff, like probably like human food like Doritos or some other hamburger or something, with cheese on it. Finally, I wanted to talk about this idea I had for an invention. Do any of you out there use an electric toothbrush? They're pretty nice. I got one fairly recently for the first time in my life, and I started using it. And it's really nice. I think it cleans my teeth much better than a regular toothbrush. My teeth feel cleaner, like they feel smoother when I feel them with my tongue. But I was thinking they could also make a machine that vibrates your entire head, right? So you don't have to buy an electric toothbrush. You could just use a regular toothbrush, and you could just hold it against your teeth, right? And just move it to the sides and back and forth. And then the machine will vibrate your head against the toothbrush. It'd have to be a very rapid vibration like you have with an electric toothbrush. And that way you could get a good cleaning that way with your teeth. I think it would also help you wake up in the morning, right? Get shaken up nicely in the morning. You don't want to shake. You don't want it to be too violent of shaking. You just want it to be gentle but rapid shaking. And yeah, it would be good for cleaning your teeth and also for waking you up. And it would also save you money because then you wouldn't have to buy an electric toothbrush. I'm not sure what this machine would be called. What did they call those? They call it a Sonicare toothbrush, right? And there's other knockoff brands now that are pretty much the same thing. I think Oral-B also makes an electric toothbrush. But I wonder what the machine could be called. It could be called like the vibrator, or the shaker, the superior tooth cleaning machine, something like that, right? That would be pretty handy, pretty awesome, and I think it could be pretty revolutionary. Maybe you could even quit drinking coffee if you had this machine, because if it wakes you up, you don't have to consume caffeine, right? Caffeine I don't think it's good for you. I think the American workforce is too addicted to it. It's kind of like, the Germans were on meth, the German Nazi stormtroopers. It's kind of basically what the American workforce is on, is like a milder form of meth in the form of caffeine, right? And it powers the American capitalist machine. But anyway, that's kind of getting off topic. I'm just trying to promote my idea for this machine that vibrates your head. And if you guys are on board with it, please let me know. Maybe I could file a patent for it. With your support, maybe I could start some sort of a Kickstarter for it and get it rolling. Get this product out on the streets so people can try it out. I think it'll be a hit. Anyways, I'm feeling like today's maybe the last hot day of summer in Seattle. Let's see, it's going to be in the 80s today. But then after that, it's dropping back down into the 70s and 60s. And there's even some little bit of rain in the forecast. Just kind of depressing to me. The winters here are very long and depressing to me. So I got to enjoy this day. And I hope you all enjoy the last days of summer as well. If you're in the northern hemisphere, I guess if you're somewhere else, the seasons are different, like in the southern hemisphere. And the toilet water spins a different way down there, I guess. Anyway, thank you for listening, and enjoy your day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.